Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. First off, I want to say I'm trying a new mic today. I finally got these little fuzzy covers. I know they're kind of built more for the wind, but we're going to test them out indoors. I did a little test earlier and it sounds pretty good. So hopefully this goes well. I want to say welcome back to the channel. Of course, I'm Eric, through Blind Eyes. Yeah, I want to welcome all my new, old subscribers, both now, in the past, and on towards in the future. I really appreciate you all being here and supporting me in whatever kind of way. I really do appreciate it, guys. Yeah, the topic today, we'll get right into it, is warning. There is no safety net for you in the Philippines, and I'm not putting this video out to try to turn anybody off or to scare anybody or anything like that. That's not what it's about. Basically, I just want anybody, including myself, to be 100% safe, and that goes along with planning and doing your research and all this stuff, like I've done, like a lot of guys have done over there. You don't want to visit or potentially, like I'm doing, start a new life in a new country or whatever, and just fall flat in your face for whatever reason because you didn't plan and didn't understand and know all the potential dangers, pitfalls, etc., etc. So, having said that, we'll get right into it. I just got kind of a list here of things I'll just go over. I got my handy dandy notepad as usual. Maybe someday I'll be able to get rid of this thing, but it's still early in my YouTube career, as it were. So we need it for now. So okay, we'll get right into it. Basically, there's no food stamps or WIC or anything like that. If you run out of money or you're kind of in a financial struggle, at whatever point in time, we have a lot of safety nets here in America. And it's different state by state. I live in Michigan, so I only know Michigan basically, but I'm sure it's fairly similar probably all across the U.S. But yeah, there's no food card or SNAP benefits, as it's called, WIC, anything like that in the Philippines. There might be some small organizations that I don't know about, that maybe help. However, I haven't really fully investigated that, and I'm going to get into that because I don't know if I said this in other videos, but I'm planning on doing a lot of volunteer work when I get over there, and I'll be documenting all that, and we'll get into that. That's for another video. But yeah, there's no food stamps or WIC or anything like that, or cash assistance in the Philippines whatsoever. So definitely budget well. There's also no Social Security that I know of. I was watching somebody's video a while back, and I think somebody was talking about I think they're trying to get that, or they may have it in a real minute, minuscule form over there. I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot or much about that at all, because I don't. But I'll definitely be doing some investigating on that and bring that to you guys when I can. But yeah, there's no Social Security like there is. And a lot of us expats that are living over there, they're potentially moving over there, you probably have Social Security or a pension or something. You got to have some kind of income. I have mine because I'm blind. So I basically get I get SSDI, and I get that early. Obviously, I'm not 63, not yet. So yeah, there's no Social Security either, guys. You're gonna want to have a budget, and you're gonna want to stick to it. And I'm working on mine. You can't see it on the camera here, but I got my little handy dandy whiteboard over here, and definitely I'm gonna be adding to that and going through that more and more. I'll probably have one when I get over there too. I was thinking I might take that one with me, but I'll probably have one when I get over there too. Just to, it's good to see every day, because there's so much going on in life, guys. We forget things. So get your whiteboard and definitely stick with that. No, this is not a knock on the Filipino people or any of the expats over there or anything like that, but you're not going to have much sympathy over there. There's a lot of guys that I've read about, guys who talked about in videos, etc., etc. I've learned through whatever means that there's a lot of people over there on the streets, and I'm not just talking about Filipinos, guys that did not plan correctly at all. That's why I'm trying to be so over the top myself and go overboard do all the studying and research, taking notes, whiteboard, all these things, talking to her, talking to the embassy, yada, yada, yada. Man, you can't be over-prepared, especially if you're starting a life in, like I am going to be, in a completely different country, a completely different way of life. And once again, like the video says, with no safety net. So yeah, you're not going to be, Filipinos are already, their life's already a struggle enough for them over there, guys, and money's already hard enough to come by. So I know me personally, I couldn't feel too good about, hopefully I'm never in a situation to find out, but begging Filipinos, which obviously is who mostly is over there, or even the foreign expats, they're not going to feel sorry for you. You're not going to be able to make, a couple $100 a day like maybe some of these guys are on the street playing their guitar or begging or panhandling, whatever they're doing. You're not going to get that over there. Odds are. So, excuse me, don't plan on that in any way, shape, or form. Just give me a second. Expect the unexpected. Things can happen. This goes along with budgeting, planning. Everybody should have a miscellaneous category. One of the next things I'm going to be doing personally is find out how much it costs to renew your visa every month, and then I think 2 or 3 months, then 6 months. How much it's going to cost for a ticket when I got to leave after 3 years, if me and my Filipino aren't married after 3 years. And even then, if we do, you have to apply for the K1 visa. That's not cheap either. So all these things, what do you want to call them? Not really daily living expenses, but unexpected, miscellaneous types of costs. You're going to want to absolutely include that, even if it's only an extra $50 or $100 a month that you're just kind of putting aside just in case for that. Add into your emergency fund, which after learning from a lot of other vloggers over there, highly recommend you have at least, I'd say realistically, $5,000 or more as your emergency fund that you can add to. Hopefully you can add, even if you can only add $50 a month to it. I mean, add to it, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm going on about 10% of my income a month. I'm going to try to, me personally, I bring in a little bit over $1,000 a month on SSDI, and I'm going to try to live to where I can put at least 50 to 100 of that away every month. And I'm going to have probably about at least $7 or $8,000, maybe a little bit more. Probably by the time I sell all my stuff, probably closer to 10, 11. That I'm not going to touch. And that's because, like I said, you expect the unexpected. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Nobody knows until you get your boots on the ground over there, guys. You got no idea. And even then, it's going to take time to unfold. So, next thing, window 1 in the Philippine embassy, the United States Embassy in the Philippines, which I know is one in Manila. There's probably one down in Cebu, wherever else. Window 1 is not where you want to be. Window 1, as I've learned from actually one particular vlogger over there in the Philippines, is where you would go if you were basically running out of money. You get robbed, or you didn't plan well, or whatever. And what they'll do is they will ask you for a couple numbers of people. I think it's 3 numbers. The gentleman that I learned this from said people back in the States that may be able to potentially help you. And if and when that falls through, then they'll give you a loan to basically get on a plane and come home with your tail tucked between your legs. Not where you want to be. And they take your passport as well, and until you repay the loan, you're stuck back in the U.S. You ain't leaving because you're not gonna get another passport. It's basically like I just said a second ago, having to go home with your tail tucked between your legs. I can't see that being real nice on the ego, guys. I know I 100% do not want to be in that position, which is why I'm trying so hard to be prepared. So, window 1 is not where you want to be at all. And this is going to be a hard one for me, this next one. You need to learn to say no. Me, I am, I have a heart the size of the earth itself. I want to help everybody. It's one of the main things I'm going to the Philippines to do, not just to restart my life, but to help over there as much as I can. And I know I'm only one guy, and I can't do a whole lot, but I'm going to take myself to my limit as far as what I can do, and maybe push past that even a little bit. I'll get into that in a later video as far as the YouTube channel and getting monetized and using some of that money to help Filipinos. I'll make another video about that upcoming. But yeah, there's a crushing level, I mean, real in-your-face level of poverty over there that we as Americans, and I'm sure other countries too, Canada, Australia, whatever, have never seen. The Philippines, as wonderful as it is, and there's a lot of people that are prospering over there very well. But for whatever reason, albeit the people's fault, the government's fault, this life circumstances, bad luck, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. There are people over there living on the streets, literally. And it's a sad subject, and I hate to talk about it, and nobody wants to hear about it, but it's the reality. People are over there dying on the streets. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen here in the United States, of course it does. But like I said, we have a lot more safety nets here in America. There's no safety nets in the Philippines that I've seen through my almost 2 years of research and beyond. So you're gonna get in situations where little kids in the street might come up to you. You help one of them. Next thing you know, I've heard of this from a lot of people, even my Filipina. You can be surrounded, and then everybody expects to get help, and now you're up a what creek without a paddle because and you're gonna end up giving digging into your budget and overspending your budget, and then maybe you gotta cut into your emergency fund, whatever that situation might look like. Not that you can't help over there, and not that you don't want to, but you just have to be really, really careful and really strategic, I'm trying to say, about how you do it. And this is definitely, I'm thinking about it, but it's something I have to do as well. These videos are kind of for me just as much as they are for you guys. I can look back on them and whatever. You have to learn to say no, because you can't help everybody, and it really stinks. And it might even bring me to tears some days, guys, because that's I have a big heart like that, and I'm certainly not afraid to cry. Not every little thing gets me to want to cry, but I can already, at least somewhat in my mind, envision, and I've seen that in many videos, the poverty level over there, the people that are in need, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to help, because that's who I am. And I'm sure many of you guys will definitely, if you can, somehow do the same. I'm sure you will, because I believe most people are generally good, guys. So yeah, you need to learn to say no. Unfortunately, and tough as it is, you don't want to end up, you help too much, and then now you're in the same position that they're in. Now you can't help anybody. So yeah. And I'll finish this video off by saying, don't get lulled to sleep by the environment. It's such a relaxing, peaceful, laid-back island life, Filipino time kind of lifestyle there for the most part. But make no mistake, just like here or anywhere in the world, don't let your common sense fall by the wayside. Keep your guard up just like you would anywhere else. Like I said, it's really, from what I've seen, listen to other people talk about it, and I'm sure it's going to be the same way for me, at least in some aspects. The Filipinos are so nice and warm and welcoming, but you don't know who the bad guys are from the good guys over there, because they look the same. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like all Filipinos are perfect, because they're not. 95% of them, yeah, probably. People are awesome. I'm really looking forward to meeting them and making a lot of friends over there and helping and just starting my new life, starting a good community, or being part of one, becoming part of whatever community. But keep your wits about you. Don't, just because you're in paradise, think that, all of a sudden, it's all rainbow and butterflies, because it's not. A certain level of poverty makes people do, even great people like Filipinos, makes them do things sometimes that they wouldn't normally do. I think that's why I don't even call a lot of the, these women online that are trying to scam guys, I don't even think there's so much scamming as they're just trying to survive. It sucks that it has to come at the expense of us sometimes, but do I understand where they're coming from as far as the mindset? Yeah. I still don't think you should be trying to, screw people out of their money or whatever, but I get where it comes from, and it's a situation that they've been put in that many of them, I'm sure, didn't put themselves in and didn't ask for. It's a double-edged sword kind of thing, guys. But yeah, that's just a few things I want to talk about today. There could be more in the future. But I thought this video definitely needed to be made and was important. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. If you stayed to the end of the video, you got some value out of this. I would so appreciate you guys dropping me a like, as always. Subscribe somewhere over here, and share my videos. I'm just getting going here, guys, but I'm just trying to put out good information. I have a plan, and that's actually going to be one of my later videos, probably titled "I Have a Plan," because I do, and there's a reason for this. Not just for myself to look back on, or whoever, but to help you guys, to help whoever it may. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll get into more detail of that with a later video. I don't want to continue rambling. So, I appreciate you guys. Hope this video finds you well wherever you are. And remember, we're all here together. We're all here for each other. Don't let differences, whether it be skin color, mindset, ways of life, fool you that we're all God's children, and we all need to work together if we're going to make the earth better than what we found it. And I think that's everybody's job as a human being, is to leave the earth, leave this world in a better place than what you found it. And I'm certainly going to try my best to do that, guys. And I know all you will too. I love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.